Hey guys, so my hair's wet, I'm wet. I just had something to share with you guys really quick. So I'll give y'all a minute to come on. I don't even know if the signal here is good or not. I'm sitting in the high school parking lot here. But anyways, so I'll give y'all a minute to come on. Whoever's going to be on, then I'm going to jump off here. But the rain's finally eased off. Thank you, Amber. So I'm going to share with you guys what just happened. I was taking my daughter and her friend here for cheer practice, and it's been raining real bad. And I was driving over this little driveway here, or the parking lot, and I eased across this little speed bump down here, and I stopped because me and the girls was looking, and we seen a bird, and well, we thought the bird was hurt. So I backed up and I pulled forward again, and I'm like, yeah, it is the bird. So I stopped and I got out of the car in the pouring rain. I was checking on the bird. I was going to move it out of the way or whatever. And so the little bird just had her wings up, hovering over. And when I got to the bird, she took off running. And what was underneath her was her little bitty baby. And it's one of these little birds that run a lot outside. I don't know what they're called, but they, like, you see them outside running all the time. And I was like, that is her little baby that she was protecting. And it was just about that big. Like, just about that big. So I was like, wow, you know, a mother's love, or God's love for us. It was just like the Lord came over me, and like I was witness through this situation. And I'm sitting right here making sure that little bird, I don't know where the mom's going to take it to, but I put her out here. But anyway, so I picked the little bird up, and the mom was running around and like scared and like chirping and doing her thing. And so I didn't want to put the little bird out here in the parking lot, because where she was at, the water was like really rising, like the baby bird could drown or whatever. But that little mama bird was sitting there underneath that speed bump with her wings over that little baby. And she seen the car coming, obviously, but she just kept hunkering down. And so when I picked the baby bird up and I put the baby bird over here in the grass, the mom kind of like run toward it. And I was walking back to my vehicle, and I told the girls, I said, oh my gosh, that just about made me cry, you know. And I said that mama bird was taking care of its baby. It was just hovering over to protect the baby bird. And so I was driving a little ways and almost got the girls right to where they needed to be for cheer practice. And I told the girls, I said, you know, that's just like God. He covers us. He protects us underneath his wings. And it was just something else. Like, it was something else. And little bird, I guess the moms took it to shelter or whatever. But, you know, something simple as that, God works and things like that. And, you know, the mama bird was out here watching the little bird, and like, you know, the uncertainty and the fear, you know, like the little baby bird was in, you know, that's like us as, you know, God's children. There's times in life that we can't see ahead, or there's times in life that, you know, we're afraid. But yet we have that covering over us, God's protection and God's mercy that covers over us and protects us through the storm of life. And I don't know, I just wanted to share that. So, you know, whatever you're faced with in life, whatever you're going through in life, whatever fear you have upon your life, just always remember that his wings are there to cover and protect you, because we're his child. And, you know, he loves us that much. And, you know, like I shared on Facebook the other day, God does not have problems. He only has plans. So, you know, whenever you're feeling uncertain or, you know, scared or alarmed, you know, just always remember that God's wings are covering over you for protection. It was just like that little thing that we experienced was just so, it was honestly heartwarming and breathtaking. Like, it was just amazing. You know, like, I literally walked to my car and I could see the mama bird's, the fear that she had for her little baby bird. And I'm like, you know, that's just like us, you know. Even us mothers, for our children, you know, we're concerned about, you know, our kids, so we try to do what's best for them and protection. But, you know, that's how God does for his children and his people. He's an amazing father. And the rain's coming down, like, totally coming down. But God's love and his protection is so amazing. And he's a good father. Like, he is a good father. He is there to help us every step of our journey and everything that we're going through. So that was just a little highlight of my day. That was just really, I don't know, just to see that mama bird hovering over its little baby bird for protection. And my van was about to run right over it, but she was still, you know, hunkered down, and, you know, it was something else. So I put the bird over here. I don't see them anymore. So hopefully the mamas took the bird to its nest. But I'm telling you what, like, I was in tears. I was so in tears. And then when I, you know, had got back to my car, it was like the Lord spoke to me. That's like his love for us. Whenever we're in fear, or if you're going through sickness like cancer or death, or, you know, you need God's wings to cover over you. You know, that's how he is for us. And I'm really thankful that happened today, because, you know, that, like, God spoke through me through that. You know, the little mama bird just hovering over the little baby bird. And if we listen, if we keep our eyes open and our ears open and our, you know, our soul and heart open, God can speak to us in different ways. Everybody's ways aren't the same. And I'm thankful that God covers us. He protects us, and, you know, his mercy, it endures forever. And you know, a lot of times in life we can, like, have, like, you know, fear and fret and, like, anxiety, you know, worried about bills, or, you know, the everyday struggle of life. But, you know, God's grace is sufficient, and he's never too late. You know, we might think that he's late. We might want something at this time, but if God thinks that it's not this time, it's later. But he's always there. And you know, that little bird and that little baby today that I just seen really warmed my heart. And I hope this little message touches someone's heart like it did mine. But God's grace is sufficient, and he loves us beyond measure. He loved us so much, like that little bird that was hunkered over its baby just a minute ago. She was willing to give her own life to protect that little bitty baby. Like, she was like, I mean, it's like, you know, you see, like, the rain and, like, on these little sands, like, that we share on Facebook with a little bird, like, covered over with her wings wet and stuff. The mother bird was just like that just a minute ago. But, you know, that's just like Christ. He died for us, you know, to give us life, to wash away our sins. And he shed his blood for us. And he hung on the cross for us. And, you know, God loves us, you know, just like he loves the sparrows, you know, the animals that he's put on this earth, you know, the beauty that God's given us. God loves us beyond measure. And he's never too late. Never too late. Never too late. Exactly when you think that you're sinking under, and like you need that word from God, God shows up, and he proves himself time and time again. So if you're faced with anything in life, if you're burdened with anything in life, Lord knows I have been. Like, the things that I've been going through for the past 6 months has been a struggle, you know, with my back and, you know, working, and just, it's definitely been a struggle, but God's been faithful. But, you know, through all of the circumstances in life that, you know, sometimes the devil place in front of us, or, you know, just our health, or, you know, whatever the case may be, he's always there. God has always, been before us. And I'm just thankful for him. I'm thankful for just that little bitty thing that I seen today. Like that was a huge thing. That mama about to give her life up for her little baby bird. And the water was like this thick, about to drown that little baby bird. But I'm thankful for, the signs that God gives us. And he loves us so much. Like, I don't even think that we can even fathom how much he loves us. Like, I don't think any of us can. But he does. He's a good father, like that song, good father. That's exactly, he is who he says he is. And, I was at work today. And, I'm only working 4 hours. But I was at work today, and I haven't told anybody this. And, I was taking care of a resident, and they were Catholics. And then they transform over into Pentecostal. Like they go to, they believe that way, like the Pentecostal way. And, we were talking and stuff, and the resident's daughter was talking to me. And, she was asking me, she said, honey, she said, can I pray for you? And, I just looked at her and I'm like, yes. I said, you may pray for me. And I walked up to her and she's like, can me and my mother, put her hands up on your back or whatever, and pray for you? And I stood there. I said, yes. I said, you sure can. And I said, don't think that I'm scared. Don't think that I'm alarmed. I said, I believe the same way you believe. I said, I was raised up in the Pentecostal church. I believe in speaking in tongues. I believe in, the healing power that God has. I believe in all of that. And so, we stopped what we were doing, and her mother just put her hands on my back and started praying. Little things like that in life that people obey God. Just little bitty things. One simple thing. If people will use their gifts, if people will, whatever God places upon your heart, if you share that and use that, and you're doing it, for God's glory and stuff, you never know how many lives you touch, or better yet, people that get healed for, simply believing. And, that really touched my heart today for, those two ladies, obeying God to pray for me. And, I guess basically, I just seen that, and it was like the Lord was speaking to me to come on here and talk to you guys, so I did. But, whatever you're faced with in life right now, don't give up. Don't give up. Don't let the enemy sit and talk to you and think that you're going under. Don't do it, because you're not. Because God's there. And just like that little bitty teeny tiny baby bird, if he thinks for 1 minute that you're about to be harmed, or if he thinks for 1 minute you're about to go under, remember, he's got you covered. And he's got me covered. And we should not fear. We should not worry. We should not fret. But we should always keep the faith no matter what. No matter how hard the storm's going. No matter how hard the storm's raging. Or no matter how tough the obstacle in life is. Because guess what? God is still on his throne. Like, he's there. Even when we don't deserve him, he's there. Because he loves us that much. And just, this may not even, get out and touch anyone, but if it just touched that one person that needs to hear this, because I know that I did, that what I witnessed today, I needed that. Like, God gave me that, and I needed to feel that, and I needed to share that. Like, it was up on my heart. I'm still at the parking lot, actually, right now, at the high school parking lot, but the Lord said stop and share it, so I did. So, anyways, I pray for each and every one of you guys. Pray for me, and just do not ever give up. Don't ever give up, because you can't. You cannot give up, because you know, that's what the enemy wants. The enemy wants you to be at your weakest. My hair is soaking wet because I was totally out here in this rain fooling with this little baby bird and the mama bird. But that really just done something to my spirit. Like, I needed that. Like, I needed that. And I literally got in my car and sat there and was just about to start strolling with tears, because that was just how the mother bird, I mean, it's just like something you would see on a movie or something, how it just got covered over its baby for protection. She was willing to let this van go over her, but she was willing to, you know, protect her baby. And just for that little segment of the day, and God reminded me that, hey, I'm His. I am God's child, and He will cover me. He will cover you like He said He would do. And no matter how hard your struggle is right now, God's there. And could you imagine how worse it would be if He wasn't there? Like I think that, like, you know, I do know God, and I believe in God and everything that He's done for me. Like, He is just, there's no words to express who He is. It's just like, He's just amazing. And so I've kind of, I don't want to say, like, I guess you could say discouraged, because the situation with my back and stuff, and, you know, I want to do so much more, but here I'm on this hold time frame, and the sun's coming out, guys. The sun is coming out. But, you know, I've kind of like been kind of like trying to fall back into like the discouragement and like the fear and the anxiety and stuff. But things like this, and just like the two ladies that prayed for me, and just like how God keeps showing Himself through different things time and time again. Like, He's there. He's faithful. He's always faithful. And when I can't see, He can see. When I can't hear, He hears for me. You know, when I can't stand, He stands for me. When I can't walk, He walks for me. He carries me. And I'm just blown away by just how that one little thing just like really touched and messaged to my spirit and my heart and stuff. So the sun's out, guys. The sun is out. But just don't give up hope. You can't ever give up on hope. You've got to keep the faith. And even when you feel like you can't pray, you've got to pray anyways. Because, you know, during times of uncertainty and, you know, fear, and you feel like the times that you can't pray, God's listening. Even though you think that He's not hearing you, He's there and He's listening. So, anyways, I hear that, mama bird. But yeah, I just thought I would share that with you guys, and just keep the faith and hang on and hold on, and know that no matter what's happened to you in your life, no matter how hard the storm of life has kind of like, you know, kind of drained everything within you. I know at times I felt like that. No matter how little, no matter how big you feel, just know that God's in control. And sometimes in life, when it's hard, sometimes that's just right where you need to be. Sometimes that's, you know, the test that we have in life. But I'm thankful for, you know, his like forever love that He has for us. And it's just, you know, you can't get this feeling from your mom, your dad, your spouse, your children, but the only void that, you know, that anybody can ever feel that's within your soul is the Lord. And, you know, I'm thankful for that. Like, God has been there for me so many times when I felt so alone, and so many times when I felt like I didn't matter. You know, God reminded me, hey, you're my child, you know. There's the mama bird. Let me show you guys. I don't know if you can see her. But right there she is. And I was just trying to make sure that she got her baby bird, but I was worried about it, but you know. But anyways, y'all hang in there, hold on, keep the faith, and always remember that God will carry you. He will cover you through whatever storm in life you're going through. So anyways, I'm going to get off of here, and I hope y'all are having a good evening, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.